Niggas, if you gonna do one more verse out here.
I still wear SBs. I'm the pencil in the paper, don't test me. Niggas is going to the movies. Niggas don't wanna hear that shit deaf coochie. No noise making, no hoes shaking they tits to it. This that Victor influence you niggas music. That's right. You niggas sweeter than the Cook County sugar tax. It's a shame how they promote coke on wax. Get caught and get bought like a slave. Got a whole bunch of midget women in my back cave. I once had intergalactic type sex. She was so wet she can open a water park when she flex. Sunrise like the gun do. Sometimes I go out and have fun too. Roll up like a blunt. Ooh, these niggas so sober. I'm locked in with foot soldiers that wear Calabasas, Adidas to chill with reefer. Anita Baker just called, asked for features. I seen her daughter one time rockin' Rihanna Creepers. Last album was a sleeper and the one before that too. Here it is, you got something to go back to. Somewhere outside cruising the act proof. Still drinking the MACC juice provided by Brash in LA. I was wrapping up hash. Y'all niggas weak as hell. Go ahead and kiss a horse's ass. No need to be rapping if you not touching lives. No need to pick up chicks if you not touching thighs. No need to see what I see with my fucking eyes. Keep talking, you gon' be out your mind, motherfucker. I'm not gonna open this one, you know what I'm saying? This is for pictures and chicks, you know what I'm saying? Send it to Willie personally, you know what I'm saying? Tell him that I, you know what I mean, drinking it. Motu Viget, you know what I'm saying? Motu Viget, you know what I'm saying? Let me go grab this other bottle before we get started. Come on, man, be prepared. Man, I remember when I first wanted to be a rapper, this kind of like probably was like 95. I was graduating 8th grade. I thought to myself like, man, shit, Redman can do this shit. I can do this shit too. Really, Redman, he really set it off. Watching the box, Tonight's the Night. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the joint that really made me pick up a pen, really. You know what I'm saying? And I seen how when I was in, you know, starting freshman year, just crafting, but then my sophomore year, I really started to jump in ciphers and freestyle. I always was a freestyle fanatic and shit, but you know what I'm saying? When we really started to craft and pen shit was basically 96, man, jumping in ciphers and seeing leadership roles that I had. Like, it was a lot of leadership roles that took place with me and my peers being in certain situations, like living in group homes and institutions at that time. We had nothing really, you know what I'm saying? So we had to cling on to either hooping or writing, you know what I'm saying? We was dabbing in both, and that's what really made me pick up a pen, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, being in those situations and being a leader, showing my peers that you can do more than just be on the streets, and you know what I'm saying? You can really take whatever, you know what I'm saying, you feeling and paint a picture, you know what I'm saying? That was one of, once I knew that I could get listeners and get people to follow what I'm doing, I was like, yeah, this is something, you know what I'm saying, I can really take advantage of. MACC JUICE. So I said provided by Brash. So Brash made the drink no matter what it is. If it's, I feel like being in those situations, being in group homes, it made you speak up. It made you be rebellious. It made you be, you know what I'm saying, you know, just speak entire fuck up. Like, man, shit, this is me. You know what I'm saying? You had a voice. Like, you know what I'm saying? It put you in that position where you had to fend for yourself. You ain't had no family members. You ain't had, like, you just had contact as far as like phone calls and stuff like that, but you ain't really getting no real substance. So it's like you have to come up with your own shit. So why not be real with yourself? You know what I'm saying? If B Brash was here and he made our drinks, then it'd be the MACC JUICE, just because he made it. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted to go the indie route. You know what I'm saying? I did have a couple of deals on the table, but one of them went faulty because it was just crazy, man. I ain't had like no real bread for no lawyers and all that shit. And you know, my pops was supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, looking into that stuff with his lawyer. He ain't take it serious. I don't think he took it serious. So, you know what I'm saying? And it discouraged me from signing. But then at that point, it made me really go strong with just going independent. Just, man, do DIY all day. Like, man, you know what, man, I ain't finna depend. Like, I ain't depend on my pops when I was in the damn group home. What made me feel like I was gonna put that position in his hands? So, you know what I'm saying? It started to bring back old wounds and shit like that. And I was like, man, you know what, man, you stay away from that. Let me do this. If I really want to do this, let me do this. That was recently, like close to 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Get them right. Shit, I say the cost of victory. That was the one, you know what I'm saying? That had to shine. That was 20, shit, was it 2015? I think I had a buzz. I always had a buzz because I was always working with artists from the crib, from Chicago, that had stature or got stature now and all that. And I always was like considered like a curator in the local world, you know what I'm saying? But like, it's like a real general consensus against Vic Spencer and its entire, as far as like Chicago wise, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm just like this villain, you know what I'm saying? And it's everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the stuff that transpired, it took from events that took me coming up, how I came up right now, you know what I'm saying? But Cost of Victory was one of them ones. You know, I had Vic Green Thumbs, it had Chance the Rapper on it, it had Gemstones on it, it had hella Chicago artists on it, and I was 30 years old, but I still wasn't mentally there, you know what I'm saying? I knew how to make records, I knew how to build, I knew how to work with Marks, you know what I'm saying? I was one of them guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, if you want to get heard, then you gotta, Vic Spencer gotta rock with you. You know what I'm saying? It was one of them for a while, until I turned into this fuck Chicago type nigga. I definitely did that.
Why did you turn it to the fuck?
Because it wasn't reciprocating, you know what I'm saying?
We got the same thing, it'd be the same thing in Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, it's everywhere, but
any hometown,
but it's also the bricklayers that's covering that fact too. You know what I'm saying? They trying to cover up the fact that, you know what I'm saying, wasn't nobody really fucking with Chance the Rapper before they heard a record with me on it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even hot or nothing like that at that time, but I was that nigga that was making ill songs and getting heard, and Andrew Barber, shouts to him, you know what I'm saying? He really fucked with my shit, you know what I'm saying? So he was the curator of making shit get heard from the city at the time in the blog world, and I was on there, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? This is something, this is good.
How you feel about Chicago now? Like, is it still fuck Chicago?
Nah, it's definitely not. I guess when I was saying that, musically I was young, you know what I'm saying? I still, as a man, I was older when I said that. So everybody looked at me like I was bitter, or I was, you know what I'm saying, like I was hating on the young guys and all that. But when you see these guys interview, you don't see none of that. You don't see Vic Spencer's name mentioned in anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I was trying to get my point across, but it just got misconstrued. And you know what I'm saying? I grown up. I got my own shit. So now, motherfucker can't say, oh, Vic rolled Chance the Rapper's coattail when he was on fire. Nah, nigga, I was doing my thing when he was on fire. You know what I'm saying? Whether his shit is on fire or not right now, Vic is still here, you know what I'm saying? And that's the type of time I'm on, you know what I'm saying? Just to show people that that's the type of rebellious that I was on, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was really on. Like, man, shit, if y'all niggas not gonna support Vic Spencer, then I am. Rather be a real one, yeah. Rather be a real one. It was just a follow-up to how I've been releasing music strictly to my fans. This is the third year, where last year was the third year that I did it. You know what I'm saying? I continue to drop albums on the streams and so forth, but this album, Rather Be a Real One, is just designed for Vic Spencer fans. Like, you get the target right in to who's rocking with Vic Spencer. And man, I've been working on that album for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Putting bits and pieces. Like, I work on albums like that. You know what I'm saying? But then I have always that direct to fan situation in mind. And I just wanted to go back to the LimeWire days. Like, you remember them days when we wanted something, we was thirsty as hell, like, or we wanted to use the phone, we ran to the crib to use the main line, or, you know what I'm saying, we heard a song, we wanted to be the first on LimeWire to have an MP3, and that's what I wanted to do. Like, I wanted to send it to people that wanted to do the most to get what they wanted to listen to. Like, you know what I'm saying, I gave them my own personal Dropbox link, you know what I'm saying, I gave them, you know, I talked to them, like, you know, give them that source that you normally don't get from an artist, you know what I'm saying, of my caliber, you know what I'm saying. You're not gonna be. I'm talking about everything in the inboxes and emails with people, just about anything, you know what I'm saying. It ain't just about the album, but you know, mostly it was about how I wanted them to feel about it. I'm like, man, I want to know how you feel about it. I want to know what this does, because you spent your money. This is quality music. I spent the quality time making it. I want to know your quality input about it, you know what I'm saying? It was a fair exchange, and I think it worked out that way. Like, you know what I'm saying? I win because it was funded successfully, and the people win because they get a wave file of quality music, not just no shit that I just laid down like, oh, here's a mixtape. Nah, this is real art. We really had a photo shoot for the album artwork. You know what I'm saying? I got all the producers handpicked myself. I sequenced it myself. Like, we mastered it. Like it was taken very serious, like a regular release.
Somewhere in there.
You ready, Vic? Ayo, Doc, this at the top. Yeah. Word.
Now, for last year, how many projects did you put out within that year?
6.
6.
Yeah.
And were you working on like these 6 projects simultaneously?
2-3 years ago. Like, I feel like Nike know what they releasing in 2023. Okay. That's how I work. That's how I work musically. Like, I'm working on shit from 2024 right now. Like, that's where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? I got to feel like that, you know what I'm saying? As a business, Vic Spencer business, so you got to have shit, and I get beats just like that. Like, I work I'm cutting like 7 records a week. I don't even have no home studio, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really, you know what I mean, a machine, really out here putting in the work.
So how do you determine what's going to go on what album? If you say you're putting out 6 and you're working on them all, is it just the way the music sound, or just?
Nah, it'd be crazy because it's gotten crazy. Like, I've been listening to beats and mentally just lose my fucking mind. You know what I'm saying? But I've been putting together like folders. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I hear a raw ass beat, this gonna go in this folder. This gonna go in this folder. Or if I work with a specific producer, I pick a lot of his beats and put it in a folder. And then I start working on each folder. Like, I work on one song from that folder, work on this song from this folder, and work on 5 songs from each folder. And I do that for a month. I done accumulated 4 songs for each folder. Like, and that's how I've been able to keep up with what goes where, and you know what I'm saying? Because it's been getting crazy, because music, I get beats and I literally stop what I'm doing to craft and pen something, you know what I'm saying? I really got to think like that if I'm creating that much music. And it's the beauty of it, because it's like, man, you're not supposed to put out what you just dropped anyway, you know what I mean? Supposed to see how long your shit is timeless, you know what I'm saying? So rather be a real one. It's records on there like Ill McNasty Wave. I recorded that 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It sound good now, like, you know what I mean?
Bricks in the duffel bag, building to get cheap.
Man, I really want to say Psychological Cheat Sheet Part 2. That's been done since last year, like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I work, you know what I'm saying? So I think Psychological Cheat Sheet might come out February, maybe. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but I think that's one of the next albums that's up to bat. You know what I'm saying? From Vic Spencer. It could. I said I was gonna let January relax, cool. You know what I'm saying? And flood the nation next month. Start going crazy. Cause I don't know what's gonna come out this year. It's like it's gonna be a Vic Spencer year. Like, I don't even want. Like, a lot of people say, like, yeah, this is my year. I ain't said that in a long time. I ain't said I was the greatest in a long time, you know what I'm saying? But I will say I go crazy with my shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go hard in the paint for mine, and you gonna see what it's really about this year. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see what that's about. You're gonna see how I get down and the features, and you know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot of butt hurt. You know what I'm saying? Butt hurt rappers and like, man, how did he do this? What's going on here? And you know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot of that. So, and then I got a project, if Psychological Cheat Sheet don't come out before me and A Villa's project, Vilified and Victimized, we've been slowly promoting that, but then Doom Pass kind of fucked the whole world up. We put that out right when the news came out, you know what I'm saying? We put the word out that we was gonna drop this year, and that's just got your favorite rappers on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna even say no names right now, but man, when you think of Vic Spencer, you think of my age, you think of where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? Just think about those rappers that I was listening to at that time. Them the guys that's on there. You know what I'm saying? Word.
Truth hurts when you lose work. Niggas out here.
I think that I be liking to talk about a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying? In one song, try to teach people hella shit in one song. I think that with my voice, I don't know, my voice is my voice, but overall, I feel like if I paint 1,000 pictures in one song, then at least somebody gonna get something from something, you know what I'm saying? And that's my approach, you know what I mean? The conceptual way is cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really against it, you know what I mean? But if I'm on a teaching level, if I'm on this level of wanting to be a real person, you know what I'm saying, speak how I rap, then, you know what I'm saying, I gotta give it to you that same way, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, I guess it's just being natural with just speaking and being able to put words together and paint pictures when you're speaking or when you're rapping. Or that's the beauty of it. That's what you get from, you know what I'm saying, being an artist. And I think that, you know, over time you get better at that shit, you know what I'm saying? The more you craft, you know what I'm saying, a person draw, the more he do it, he gonna turn into a legend, you know what I'm saying, at it, you know what I mean? Like, I think about guys that do graffiti, you know what I'm saying, how when they started and where they at now. Like, they probably started doodling on construction paper, and now they're spray painting upside down on Spider-Man shit on train tracks. So you wondering, like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's, you know, that same kind of wave is for an artist, for a rapper, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to teach, but at the same time, you growing too in that light.
Part of it.
Yeah, I was doing shows. I was actually go to the UK to promote the Iron Wigs project that dropped in 2020 as well. You know what I'm saying? That's COVID shit's fucked up the whole wave. So, you know, I had actually did a show. No, I don't think I had a show last year, but I was just getting shit brewing, and I was at the events. I was at the What Machine Gun Do concert, you know what I'm saying, on stage with the brothers, you know what I'm saying, chilling, you know what I mean? So I was always out and doing my shit, you know what I'm saying? And right at the tail end of 2019, I hosted a show with Rock Marcy and Willie the Kid, you know what I'm saying, in Chicago. So, you know, that was a beautiful, beautiful thing. So I was always in the mix. But when the COVID hit, it was like, shit, you know what I'm saying? All artists supposed to be working. Like, if you ain't put out no work this in 2020, then what was you really doing as an artist? You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when the COVID hit, it was like, man, shit, don't nobody want to do shit for a while. But then come like July, some shit like, man, you know what? I ain't finna be sitting on this music no more. But I kept it going, like, throughout the whole shit. I dropped Psychological Cheat Sheet in February, then I turned around and dropped No Shine Skimps in April. So it was like, shit, I'm in the heart of the COVID, you know what I mean, dropping shit, you know what I mean, and making noise, so. That's what I'm about to, that's my next phase, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I capitalized on the digital shit. I spent 3 years trying to master how I want to do shit, you know what I'm saying? And now, this next phase, we in leaders right now, they're gonna help me kickstart my merch situation, you know, outside of Dope Media. You know, Dope Media does a lot of my vinyls and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm gonna try to get into the t-shirt wave. I like long sleeve tees. I might do some of those, you know what I'm saying? I like tees, I like fitteds, so you know what I'm saying? I wanna start doing things that I like in that matter, and I feel like, man, as an artist, man, that's what you're supposed to do. That's your job, to bring people in your world. And I want to bring that same aspect when it comes to merch, yes.
Oh, though, I still got my goddamn house shoes on. Fucking with you.
Nice, huh? Good, nice. I wasn't like an old man.
Even though I've been through a lot of hella group homes, I still love my family though, low key. Shit.
Hey Vic,
What up, my dog? What's good with you, man?
this shit bittersweet for guys like us.
It's facts.